The last time we connected with Olga Tsoi, the Ukrainian American who calls Chicago home, was in a hotel in Krakow, Poland, out of harm's way after accompanying her mother and the family pets across the border.
Yeah, we're catching up with Olga this morning as the war in Ukraine rages on for a fifth week. And Olga, as we say good morning to you, I've just got to ask, how are you doing? How is Oksana, your mother, doing this morning?
My mom is doing well. We just made a delivery for refugees. So, we were kind of in the middle of that's why I'm a little flushed. I'm like running around, but everything's well.
Okay, let's talk about that because you are trying to make the best out of a horrible situation. You just talked about these deliveries. Tell everybody what you're doing, kind of bring us up to date on what you've accomplished so far.
Yeah, so as we're waiting in Poland still for my mom's paperwork to see if we can bring her to the United States or if we're going to look for something else. While I'm still here, I decided that we can be helpful and we start volunteering. And I also had a lot of people on Instagram reach out asking if they can donate money that I can use here in Poland to help the refugees. And that's kind of what I've been doing ever since we arrived and kind of settled. So I started booking hotels for people for a couple of days for them once they get to Krakow, and then making food deliveries. There are a bunch of people here in Poland that are helping, but also those organizations that are giving away food are in need of food right now too. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I would encourage people to check out your Instagram page. Some really remarkable things you're doing there under duress. I'm just curious, I know Poland has accepted well over 1 million refugees, maybe it's over 2 million as of this morning, and there's a lot of talk about the U.S. opening its doors. Is there a plan, is the hope to bring your mom here? And my understanding is, Olga, you've got other family members in Ukraine. How are they doing?
So my dad is still in Kherson, which is occupied, and my aunt and her children were able to get out and go west, and that was really not something you can just do. That was they risked everything, but luckily they were able to get out. But my dad is still there, and I'm hoping that very soon Kherson will be taken back by Ukraine, hopefully, and they'll be able to get supplies and people can leave the city. Right now, it's not possible, unfortunately.
So, Olga,
and for my mom, the president released a statement that 100,000 people will be welcome to the United States. But the thing is, we think it took them 2 weeks to work out the details. So it really is, we're just waiting and hoping to see, what happens, because right now there's really not much that we know.
So let's talk about what you do know, and that is, reports of millions of refugees, the biggest intake since World War II. And here you are now trying to make the best out of a bad situation, as I said. Can you describe or bring home to those of us who are here in the United States and just seeing the news reports about how dire the situation is and how desperate the need is for help there?
Yeah, so I was pretty much one of the first people to get to Poland. We were like the first wave. We got pretty much like after 4 days after the war started. And when I got here, there were not that many people. Then all of a sudden there was a huge influx. Lots of people came in. And then at some point, Krakow was so overfilled that they had to tell people that there's no more space for people to come, and they can't really place people anymore in homes. So now they kind of like spread it out all over Poland. But what I'm seeing now that people are settling and they had a place to stay for either a couple of weeks, a couple of months, just depending what they found. But now it does seem that a lot of people are desperate for finding long-term housing and jobs, because obviously it is really hard to get any kind of food or any kind of jobs for that matter. People want to work, but it really is hard to find something. So I'm in a lot of Facebook groups for volunteers, and if before there was a lot of need for short-term housing, a lot of people were going somewhere else or just trying to settle for a little bit to just catch a breath and see what they're going to do next. And now it's pretty much all long-term long-term housing and, food. So the situation is changing constantly. So this is what's happening right now. I think that it will continue for a couple of months probably, now that it kind of did settle down. But people are still coming through the border. It's just that Poland is just so filled that Krakow had to kind of slow down.
Hey, Olga, we're out of
in
time.
accepting
We're out of
refugees.
time, but I'd be remiss if I have to ask. You brought the dog and the cat over, and you had the dog with you last time. How are they holding up?
They're good. They're safe. They're healthy. They're happy.
Excellent.
Good, as long as they are. And so glad to hear that you and your family are as well. Keep up the good work. It's an incredible effort you've got working there. We appreciate your time, and we hope to talk to you again soon and keep checking
Thank
in
you.
on you. You take
Yeah,
care.
thanks, Olga. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming up.